what I want to talk about today is it has to do with relationships. And so often we hear about how important it is to love ourselves, and that really is sort of loving ourselves, and that self-confidence is what magnetizes someone to us that is going to be a reflection of that. And so one of the exercises that is really helpful to do to either find out if you are loving yourself in that healthy way, or find out the places that maybe you aren't yet, is to ask yourself, are there any areas, or what areas are there, that when you think about being in a romantic or close, intimate relationship, what are those things that you're afraid that they might not really like about you, or might not accept? Kind of that thing of like, oh, what about this? And then once you figure out what that is, the second thing to do is ask yourself, is there something in this that I'm not accepting and I'm not loving myself about this? Okay, so we're afraid that someone else isn't gonna love X. Okay, what part of X am I not accepting and loving? Then the third thing to do when you're thinking about this is to ask yourself, is there some part of this thing that is actually maybe the flip side of one of my gifts? So I'm going to kind of take you through this process with something with myself, okay? So one of the things that I think of when I think of like my close relationships, and people do that I'm already close to, they know this about me, and it's, what if they don't like that I need a little more sleep, and that sometimes I get tired easy? And so that's the thing, what if? Okay, so then if I really look at that and I say, okay, can I love and accept that about me? And then if I take that and I say, now, is there any part of this maybe that is the flip side of a gift? And the answer is yes. There's a part of me that, why I require maybe more sleep, why I can get tired easy, is I'm kind of wired where I sense energy really easily, it affects me easily, and while sometimes there's a downside to that, there's also the positive side to that, because there's that extra intuition, and that I feel all the changes in the environment and in the people around me and everything like that. So then I can look at that and say, okay, this is something that has a positive side. Then the fourth thing to do is to take that and say, is there anything here in my life about this that I can, or any steps I can take to minimize the weaknesses of it, or minimize the negative parts of it, and make it even more of a strength? Okay, so like for me, in the example I'm talking about for me, that might be, okay, I'm going to guard my sleep and have regular sleep, so I don't have the ups and downs and suddenly just get so tired and non-functional. I'm going to exercise regularly. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to do some of those things to really take care of my body, so that while, yes, I may require a little more sleep than maybe the average person, I can do these things to minimize it as being a weakness, and really nourish myself and cause it to be a strength. And in doing all that, by the time you get through those steps and you start seeing it from that angle, you become confident in yourself about that area, you have developed it as a strength, you see it as really a strength, then when you do, whether it be people that are already in your life that are close to you, or maybe you're starting a romantic relationship or something, you feel comfortable about that area of what might be a vulnerability or something. You feel very comfortable and confident in it because you have already looked at it from all sides and you have loved that part of yourself and taken care of that part of yourself. So I hope that that is helpful in your existing relationships and in any new relationships that might be developing in your life now or in the future.